Hello, everyone. This is Goofrey Gamer, aka Mr. Money, and this is a 4322, which I have fallen in love with pretty much. First game's always the easiest kind of thing for me. So we opened a Oracle of Bones that dies to anything. Cura's Follower, Chorus of the Tides, no removal unless you count the Vortex Elemental. Cura's Follower is so good. It's so good, but it's not splashable, which makes me want to take the Chorus more so. And I could see somebody taking like a Fearsome Temper, Servant of Timorat, over a Vortex Elemental. But I can see somebody definitely taking Cura's Follower and that not coming back around. I'd more so rather have Chorus of the Tides than any other card in that pack. Painseer and a Retraction Helix. Painseer is never bad. There is a Retraction Helix. And a Nullify. It's really close between the Painseer and the Retraction Helix. Painseer is a 2-mana. 2-mana, 2-2. And those are always hard to come by. And black is reasonably underdrafted, where blue is not one of those. I think the Painseer excites me a little bit more than the Retraction Helix, even though it is removal. But probably in the next pack we're going to see this exact same common set, so I will take the Painseer in this case. A lot of rares get passed. I passed my rare, the person directly to the side of me passed his rare. And then here we get like Fairies Band Tromper and Nessian Demoloch. I could see the Springleaf Drum, actually, instead of any of the blue cards. Fairies Band Tromper is good. There's no good red cards. And Revoke Existence isn't really where I want to go, but a Springleaf Drum, that could be something. Especially since I have a Painseer and an Asphyxiate. Other than that, Nyxborn Wolf and Nyxborn Wolf and Nyxborn Wolf. None of these other cards are really that exciting, but the Asphyxiate is rather telling that no one wants to draft black from the other direction. Somebody fell offline, I guess. Oh, yes. These motherfuckers, they don't even know what kind of trouble they're getting into. Now, this is... Oh, Airy Worshipper, though. Airy Worshipper, Nyxborn Triton, Temple of Plenty. And Temple of Plenty is 3 ticks. Other than that, I would take Airy Worshipper or Nyxborn Triton. And there's no reason why we can't go green. Green-black wouldn't be such a bad thing. Also, I would like that Temple for a green-white deck. It's like a mid-range type thing coming soon. Peregrination, Grizzly Transformation, Fairies Band Tromper, and no good green cards. Now, what's better, Fairies Band Tromper or Peregrination? Per generation, I don't know. I've heard it say peregrination. Up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those, put 1 on the battlefield. I think the Fairies Band Tromper would work better with the Springleaf Drum, because he would be able to untap the turn that he can attack, even if I just want to generate 1 mana for no reason. And heck, we could even do a 3-color deck. We have the beginnings of it. Yeah, there were no other cards that said be in blue or be in white. Definitely no cards that said be in white. There's a lot of good green coming around. Another Fairies Band Tromper or another Asphyxiate. Faded Infatuation is not really where I want to go. I'm going to take an Asphyxiate here because I did see, like a couple packs ago, another Fairies Band Tromper. So it is reasonable to think that it might come back around. Tessian Oathsworn, Drown in Sorrow. Oathsworn plus Ordeal equals automatic pop. Although that is double green and double black on turn 3. But Oathsworn is pretty cool. There's not so many green things other than like Karametra's Favor, which I'm thinking I might want to get. Satyr Wayfinder I'm not super excited to play. I have mixed feelings about it. It's, although green-black would be the deck to want to play it. But what's better? Nyxborn Eidolon or Satyr Wayfinder? I'm willing to bet that the Nyxborn Eidolon could be a little better. Which I'm gonna take, because it's like, you know, almost a 2-sided card. You cast it for this, you cast it for that. Whereas, the Wayfinder's a niche type card. Okay. So we could do Grisly Transformation, Nessian Dimlock, Weight of the Underworld. I have 2 pieces of removal. I have 2 targeters, but I'll be able to get some big dumb green stuff here in the next pack. So I will take the Grisly Transformation. And Immortal's Resolve, which is very fine. No one shall have card advantage. Even though that's not card advantage, but it's not necessarily card disadvantage either. I'll highlight the Grisly. I don't think I'll play a second Grisly Transformation though. Yeah, and with the green strategy of getting big stuff on the field and them leaving back blockers, Asphyxiate comes in handy. Now, what do I rather want? A Read the Bones or a Leaf Crown Dryad? I mean, I'm not even definitely locked into green, but there's no green or blue cards other than Leaf Crown Dryad, and there's only the one. It's kind of like 1.5 black cards. I mean, I'm already going to get card advantage with the Painseer. So I'm going to take the Leaf Crown Dryad, another of those split cards. There's no black cards in this pack unless you count the Scholar, which in this deck I could potentially, play that deck. Play that and splash it. As long as I'm running green for the Temple, I'm still hopeful that I can splash a Chorus of the Tides. Which I first picked over a Servant of Temerat. Jeez. What? That would have been great for the Springleaf Drum. So I need to start picking up more creatures. Okay. So we do have a Voyaging Satyr. Fleecemane Lion. That's risky. Although I really could do it, though. I mean, I have a Spring Leaf Drum, Temple of Plenty, Karametra's Favor. It's not completely unheard of to find a, what's it? You know what I'm talking about. Karametra's Favor? No. Nylea's Presence, that's what it is. Keepsake Gorgon. That's a good black card. It can come in handy. I mean, a Nessian Courser would be good too. Agent of Horizons would be alright. But I think Keepsake Gorgon is far and above anything else. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, Centaur Battlemaster, Eberos's Emissary, Lash of the Whip. I feel like I'd be more inclined to take the Centaur Battlemaster, because I do have a lot of targeting things. Grizzly Transformation, Feral Invocation, Leaf Crown Dryad, Mortal's Resolve, Karametra's Favor. The list goes on. So, it is a tough pick. I do like the Eberos's Emissary, especially on Bestow, and it really throws off everything, but I feel like the Centaur Battlemaster is more of the way to go. Now, like, turn 2 Painseer, turn 3 Mogis Marauder, as long as I'm not going up against a black deck, is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Bloodtoll Harpy would be a close second to that, and then Nylea's Disciple, but I feel like Mogis Marauder would be the way to go in this situation. Returned Phalanx, Commune with the Gods, Bronze Sable. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to take the Bronze Sable, not in hopes of playing it, but in hopes that if somebody needs a 2-1 for 2, that I am taking that from them. Cavern Lampad. That would be good in this deck, especially on a Battlemaster or an Oathsworn. This is coming along. This is coming along. Return Centaur, Not really good in this deck. And there's no green cards. So we're moving on. Artisan Sorrow. Instant speed, destroy an artifact or enchantment. I may want to main deck that, but then again I may not. I do have 18 cards and one more pack to go. So I feel like I'll be able to round out my 5 more playables in that amount of time. We could potentially splash the Scholar. I wouldn't be opposed to playing a Karametra's Acolyte, but I'm not looking forward to it. Cut the other 2-1. And I hope we don't have to play a Fleshmad Steed. I definitely chose the right colors. Black, green, splash white. We won't have to play the Chorus of the Tides, although that would be nice. I didn't see any other Chorus of the Tides. Steam Ogre. Leaf Crown Dryad. Feral Invocation. Now, it's between the Tormented Hero and the Leaf Crown Dryad. I feel like the Leaf Crown Dryad would be more important, but a, turn 1 Tormented Hero into turn 2 Karametra's Favor, that's ramp. It's a little bit of ramp. I can hope that the Tormented Hero comes back around, but I know that the Leaf Crown Dryad will not. Ooh, big old Kraken guy. Lash of the Whip. I mean, I got my removal out of the friggin' Born of the Gods pack. Would Disciple be good? It'd be good if I picked up, a Grey Merchant. And it's good that if I have like a Mogi's Marauder that comes down after that, then I can use its devotion to bring something else along. Is that better than Lash of the Whip? I have no real reason to go into devotion just yet. Sedge Scorpion Temple. Farika's Cure. I do have plenty of removal. Although I do feel like another Scry would be good to see. And then I actually could splash the darn whatchamacallit, Chorus of the Tides. Now there's a Grey Merchant. But that's over a Shredding Winds and an Ordeal. The Ordeal would be nice, but I have plenty of targeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 targeting spells. Grey Merchant can come in. Blood Toll Harpy for devotion. That would let me do not much. But it is a flyer. There's nothing else that exciting. Disciple. Welcome. Welcome to the deck. Nothing else jumped out at me there. Okay. So it's going to be time to feed over the other Mogus Marauder or Nylea's Presence, because it triggers Heroic on the Cetessan and the Centaur Battlemaster. It will get rid of flyers, and it will do me justice. Time to feed. We could bring in a Fade into Antiquity for the sideboard. Is that better than the other creature? I can see we're already going to have to make some cuts. But this will kill a god, so I can bring that into the sideboard. Now, a Shredding Lens would be nice. Do I want a Sentry? I mean, I'm splashing white already. I don't need that many 5-drops, do I? I don't want anybody else to have any 5-drops. Another Disciple. That's good for my Devotion game. Shredding Winds. Yay. Alright, so if we can't beat anybody game 1, we are going to destroy them game 2. I don't care what they got. They can have all the Bomby Bomb rares. All of them. I only got one Bomby-like rare. I don't want anybody to do that to me. Alright. So we have 27 cards. We have 18 creatures, so we can probably cut one creature, and I think that's going to be the Karametra's Acolyte. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So I feel like we're mainly black. I don't feel like we need Karametra's Favor other than for an activator, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 activators without it. It does draw a card. I don't know if we need Returned Phalanx. I mean, it stops up the ground a little bit. I mean, I pretty much still need to cut 3 more cards. Ugh, sons of a bitches. Okay. I'll take this out. And this out. And then that's still 24 cards. We have 1 flyer. I mean, Feral Invocation would be good on anything. Maybe I don't need the Fleecemane Lion. But if that's the case, I don't really need the Springleaf Drum either. I do only have 15 creatures. So if I took that out, and then I could put in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I could put the Cavern Lampad back in. But then would I really need Karametra's Favor? I don't think so. Other than for an activator, but I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. That makes 8. 8 if I take out the Karametra's Favor. And that's good for the 2 heroic guys that I got. And anybody for that matter. So I take out the Karametra's Favor and replace it with what? Would I want another creature? I mean, I do have some removal. And removal's just as good as a creature. It affects the board state. I could see main decking maybe an Artisan Sorrow, though. I mean, we got Haste and Intimidate. I mean, I don't really want to take out any more creatures. They all serve a purpose. Leaf Crown Dry, I mean, they literally all serve a purpose, other than the Nyxborn Eidolon. But he is for Bestow. And Devotion. Papa likes Devotion. I mean, for the sideboard, we got Return Phalanx for really aggressive decks, Fade into Antiquity, and Artisan Sorrow for really aggressive decks. They mostly have like Diffuse 2/1s. I got Karametra's Acolyte Flyers. I got Shredding Winds. I could bring in Sentry of the Underworld and Fleecemane Lion. Oh, the possibilities. I mean, I like the Disciple for discard and devotion. Cavern Lampad. How much is that? 7? Something like that? 6, and it's a blocker, though. So that could be something. Blood Toll Harpy for early pressure. I mean, half of my additional spells are removal, but I mean, this video is pretty much just dragging on by now, so appreciate you guys watching. We will see you for round 1, game 1.